Hello everyone and welcome back to another Star Wars figure review. Next up for you today, as promised, I'm going to be giving you a look at another one of the Deluxe packs, and that is the Clone Trooper and the BARC Speeder Bike. First and foremost, I'm not going to position this figure that is included with the Speeder Bike on the BARC Speeder, mainly because it absolutely ruins the hip joints. It gives the figure a much wider stance after he's been sat on the bike, so I'm not going to bother doing that. But I will give you a rundown of both the figure and the vehicle. First up, I'm going to give you a look at the packaging it comes in. Again, standardised packaging for the new 2009 Deluxe figures. And you've got a rundown of all the other packs in the line, as well as a nice little image on the back there. Not quite sure what the scene in the packaging is supposed to depict. I think, if I'm not mistaken, it's supposed to be Teth or somewhere like that appears in the Clone Wars series, but I'm not quite sure. But there it is, there's the front of the packaging. And the back once again. I'll just quickly read from the small bio at the top. It says, Clone Troopers ride Biker Advanced Recon Commando, or BARC speeder bikes, on scouting and escort missions. BARC speeders give the troopers greater range, speed, mobility and firepower than foot patrols. They prove so useful to elite units like the 501st Legion that they are soon made available to the entire Clone Trooper army. As with the battle droid and the scout tank that I've just reviewed for you, these what I'm going to call mini rigs don't actually make appearances in the Clone Wars TV series or in the movie. At least to the best of my knowledge, we haven't seen BARC speeders in the movie, but I could be mistaken. That's the BARC speeder anyway. I really do like this BARC speeder because it features a completely unique deco. I really like the blue and the white on this speeder. It's really something different to all the usual grey and brown or red BARC speeders that we've seen in the past. As I mentioned earlier, if you try setting this figure on the BARC speeder, it will ruin the legs. So my word of advice is, if you have one of the new ARF Trooper figures, you'll notice that these sport ball hinged hips, which allows much more movement and posability. So if you separate the hips like so, you can actually place the ARF Trooper onto the BARC speeder while not ruining a figure, because obviously these are probably what the ARF Troopers are meant for, because I think, to the best of my knowledge, we're going to be getting a new ATRT in the Clone Wars line. So obviously they've made the ARF Troopers to accommodate those, but they do work really, really well on the BARC speeders, like so. I will be reviewing that ARF Trooper very soon, so keep an eye out for that one. The BARC speeder is a repaint of all the BARC speeders that we've seen from the Revenge of the Sith line onwards. Nothing really fantastic about it. It has snap-up landing gear at the back and at the front. It does separate at this joint here, but I'm not going to bother doing that because it's a bit of a lame action feature if you ask me. There's no peg holes on the pedals, which is a bit of a disappointment, so it doesn't really secure the figure in place. But other than that, the deco is nice, and as I said, big fan of BARC speeders, so it's nice to see this vehicle return for the Clone Wars line. Now, on to the main reason that I bought this figure, or this figure and vehicle pack at least, is this guy here, the 501st Clone Trooper. In my opinion, this is a vast improvement over the Walmart exclusive 501st Clone Trooper that was released sometime last year, mainly because it features the new helmet design, which is a lot more accurate to the series, a lot sleeker and looks a lot better in my opinion, and also the colour is much more accurate to that of the 501st. The original 501st Clone Troopers that were released as Walmart exclusives had a much lighter shade of blue as their markings, and they tend to sit well with the light blue variant of Captain Rex, whereas this one much better fits in with the initial release of Captain Rex with the darker blue stripes on his armour. So even though we've got, you know, a mishmash of colours with these 501st clones, it's still a nice one to have if you have both versions of Captain Rex. Standard articulation for this figure. It's got the ball jointed neck, ball hinged shoulders and elbows, ball hinged wrists and a ball jointed torso. It has swivel hips, ball hinged knees and ball hinged ankles, and also comes with the DC-15 rifle, which I'm very pleased with because it seems that there's a shortage of these rifles being released with figures lately. As I said, big fan of this new helmet sculpt. If I can just compare one of the Walmart exclusive 501st clones, you'll see what I mean about the colour difference. Don't know how well it's going to pick it up on camera. As you can see, the new one is much darker. And I'll give you a quick comparison of helmets. While this one still does look very cool and I'm really pleased with it, this one just far surpasses it, and hopefully I'll be able to get a few of these off of eBay loose without having to pick up the BARC speeder again. So a very nice pack. Highly recommended if you're a Clone Trooper army builder or just a fan of the Clone Wars really. I know for a fact that original trilogy purists will absolutely hate this one because a lot of them don't tend to like the BARC speeders as opposed to the original trilogy speeder bikes. So, as I said, nonetheless, fantastic figure and a fantastic vehicle. Same case as with the other deluxe packs that I've reviewed. If you can pick them up at the right price, highly recommend you do so because they are well worth the £15 that most retail outlets are asking for them. Again, if you pay anything over £20 for these, it's a rip-off. So, you know, do hunt around before you go buying any of them. And before I forget, I want to give a big shout out to Julian over at the Toy TARDIS in Plymouth in Devon. You may remember a few months ago I did a video down there doing somewhat of a tour around the shop. This past July I visited the shop again, and Julian was kind enough to take me up to the new shop that they've just opened in Plymouth called the Final Frontier, and in the Final Frontier were these packs, and as a thank you for making the video and gaining the Toy TARDIS a hell of a lot more custom, Julian actually gave me this one as a gift, so I really do appreciate that one. And I do have a second Toy TARDIS / Final Frontier video in the making. Windows Movie Maker is being an absolute dog at the minute, so I've been unable to edit the video together and post it. So what I'm going to do, if I can't end up editing it, I should post the individual segments over on Ghostwalker 37, so do check that out once it's uploaded. Anyway, I want to thank you for watching this review. I'm off to go and get a drink now because my mouth's extremely dry, and I hope you've enjoyed having a look at these two deluxe packs that I've just reviewed for you. So until my next review, as always, keep collecting and may the force be with you.